Hey, Soul Family. It's been a while since we've chatted. But hey, um, let's just say progress is happening. Um, all these obstacles I'm enduring are just making me stronger, getting my skin tougher. So, my daughter's father is practicing alienation, parental alienation. Family's even doing it too. He has this habit. He'll call up in it, which we've talked about her before. Bless her. Um, ask her to watch my daughter. She won't even call me. She even cut her phone off the whole, like, for the rest, like, she cut her phone off the days my daughter was with her, so I couldn't reach my daughter. uh, and then I found out some disturbing news. It's like with all this healing I'm doing after being in a narcissistic relationship, it's like I'm starting to see things clear now. Her father is clearly a pedophile. Um, he had a case dismissed due to lack of evidence for statutory rape. Four to 6 years ago. He also has a domestic violence protective order. No counseling. Nothing to really, like, to basically show that I'm trying to change him. I communicated this with Innit. Innit is, she works in a hospital in Greenville, North Carolina. She goes to church. You know, she looks like that ideal person that is just like, that's a person I want to be around. She looks like money. So, automatically, to an outside source, she is the ideal image of power. She's very good at doing what she do. I gotta keep it real. You know, the more I'm learning about narcissism, the more I become aware of things that the lies the world tells children. So I always keep my child informed of the truth. That's my love language, wisdom, and unconditional selfless love. Like, I accept you just as you are. So I reached out to her. I even have text messages letting her know, this all this stuff. Okay. I asked my sister to reach out to her because I said in it she cut her phone off so that I couldn't talk to my daughter. I even had to call her job just to leave a message like, hey, I understand you cut your phone off. I understand we may not get along. I'm not going to tolerate this disrespect, but do not alienate me from my daughter. But I realize I can't control other people, so I slowed down. I said, what can I learn from it? So I asked my sister to communicate with her. My sister said, yeah, I'll go talk to her. I'm about to go see Lyric too as well. She's at Ines' house, and I'll call you when I'm over there. She called, and my sister was on some slick shit too. She was like, yeah, she's saying no all the time. Don't want to do what nobody want her to do. And I said, well, you don't want a child saying yes all the time. They gonna become a doormat. I just broke out of that last year. My life was miserable because I said yes all the time. She got quiet. Then she got a little upset and angry. She was like, well, she throwing her hands up at people. She got angry, but she tried to hide it. I said, what, did she hit you? And then I went on to say, my daughter has a strong personality. A lot of people misinterpret it. They just they just out of fear they instantly react instead of seeing this is part of her personality. She's just very strong, and there's nothing wrong with a strong personality at a young age. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly natural. And I also said, I mean, I didn't say all that, but I'm just, elaborating. I also said, she never hurts anybody. She means well. And I was sending her a message. If there's any sign of abuse on my child, because I know you abused my nephew. Do you understand? I'm a parent. You hear that rain? See it? So, then I went on to ask her, so what did Annette say? She says, well, Annette says she's just going to abide by the Father's rules. So, I'm really learning to trust the universe, because I'm learning there's certain things out of my control that I just can't. I'm not going to say can't. There's certain things that I am not able to impact in the way I would like to. So this is where I'm learning to surrender to the universe. And I'm looking at all the signs. Me and my daughter are mad protected. We've been surrounded by some malignant narcissists. Her father is one. Sociopathic. Covert. He's a covert, malignant, sociopathic narc. Now, I know I'm just combining a bunch of stuff together. And that is one too. So it's just like, I started what's helping me relax is realizing you've been around some shit all your life. My mother literally beat me on a daily basis because I was happy. The women in my family don't like to see a happy woman. In fact, when they see a woman that's happy, they get competitive. But, the same women that want to see me fall, same people that want to see me fail, it makes me realize why I practice compassion so much. Why I'm not afraid to be the black sheep of my family anymore. Because you show me that no matter what you try to put me through, I always come out on top, and they can't figure out how I'm doing it. So then I started realizing, I know I got work to do, and I'm going to get on it as usual. But I have no reason to fear in this process of preparing for stability for me and my daughter. Because simply put, we are so protected. I can't even imagine how protected we are. But we are so protected to the point we have been in the snake's pit, and we come out untouched, unscathed at this point. I mean, because as much shit as I've been through, I told my story to somebody, and he looked at me like he was speechless, because I don't look like nothing I've been through. And the story I told him, I should be this crazy person walking around like, yo, I'm about to have some shit popping off. But then he sees how loving I am and how I look for the best in life, even though I'm aware of what's really out here. Parents, don't start off lying to your kids about the world. Don't scare them out of it. Don't put fear in their heart like the world is bad. There's so much bad stuff. Don't do that. Just make them aware that you are much more braver and stronger than anything that would try to come against you. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you, because I want you're going to have the best childhood ever. But I'm going to make you aware of some people out here. I'm going to make you aware of the nature of a man's heart when it's lacking love, and what it can manifest into. So you won't ever be afraid, but be aware. And so you can help somebody else out along the way. Because there should not be so many cases of pedophilia as we're having. There should not be so many cases of murder. There should not be so cases of homelessness, of hunger, as much as we're having, to the point where yesterday I was at the park, and there's this mom, this little girl was just being a little girl, and I saw how society has trained people to basically build a generation of people who forget their true self. The mom was basically that all the attention was on the little girl because she's so pure. And a lot of people think, oh, it's just something in the nature of a child. Just children are just, you want to watch children because they're so happy. But really, people who aren't happy like that, they watch children because they want to know how to be happy. How is this child has not a care in the world, and I'm so stressed out? So I was just listening and watching. And she started restricting this girl's play, but it wasn't something that was obvious or subtle. It was and I and Lyric, I apologize that I've done this to you. Like, in the past, I wasn't aware of it, and I would never do it to you again because your imagination is powerful. It's like out of fear, I was like, honey, baby, I don't know if that's a good idea. So I apologize, Lyric. I'll be more conscious to make sure I never do that to you again. But as I sat here and listened to this mom, she was basically restructuring how her daughter was playing. And I started to notice this is how it happens, how you break down a child's spirit. You make them forget about the wonders of the world. So all they see is struggle. But that is changing. Do you understand? It's a new world out here. And you know you about to have a major breakthrough. When you push past so much bullshit, let me keep it 100 with you. When you keep pushing past bullshit, and the bullshit is just like, let me give it all I got, cause damn, she coming for me. So the bullshit tries to scare you. The bullshit tries to tell you that, yeah, I know you changing, but you still the same old person. And when you defensively try to say, no, I'm not, bullshit's like, okay, I still got him. But then when you get to the point where you like, bet bullshit come at you so hard, you know that they getting tired as hell. And you about to have a breakthrough. You about to break that ass in half. But bullshit don't want you to know that. So, despite everything I've been through, I smile. Because I realize at the end of the day, all is well. Me and my daughter have been around some of the dirty, nasty. It's like I say that now because I'm able to see people's true intentions. I still love them though. I forgive them too. And they be sending me all kinds of nasty, negative energy, and I still find reasons to forgive her and love her. I mean, I do it so often. She something in her just. So basically, yesterday before when she got my daughter, she cut her phone off because I let her know, do not ever take my daughter without communicating with me again, or I will take you to court. Because I have in documentation how I told you about crossing boundaries several times. And if I have to leak this out to the public, I will. Do you understand? I know you don't want to mess up your image. You want to make sure you look real good, especially with all you have built. But if you really watch human nature, you'll notice a person who tries to maintain that much control is really super weak, because you have to be able to take rest breaks. And everything you do, Like you have to regenerate and rejuvenate. And if someone is constantly on control mode, they don't take breaks. So basically they're overworking their mental. Overworking the mental definitely impacts your emotional state to a point where you're emotionally imbalanced. And for you to physically keep up the appearance that all is well, your body is just basically like, it's susceptible to so many diseases. So for somebody to be on it like this all the time, and let's say they've programmed their mind to do it, but they know they need to take a break, but it's so hard to take a break that at this point, it's not that they're incapable of doing it, but change for them is hard. So even though they say I gotta take a break, taking a break feels so unfamiliar to them. It feels like an adversary. So they fight against it and they go back into their old habits. So what they're not aware of is that this whole time they're doing all this, they're really making themselves sick internally, and that it's going to eventually show on the outside. And strong-minded narcissists, what they'll do is they'll keep this shit up for a really long time. And then you'll hear about, damn, I didn't know you was sick, Arnold. Why didn't you tell us? And then the narcissist, so it's just a narcissist that they start playing on, I'm sick, please feel sorry for me, I'm such a good person. That's my mother. So, I can finally smile because I know everything is working out. Y'all want to see a real cool effect? Alright, I'm going to show y'all something. So yesterday I did some yoga. And, right. And I'm going to reveal the trick to you before the end of the video. But I did some yoga with a whole bunch of awesome people, where it's like couples yoga, stuff like that. And like acrobatic type yoga stuff. It's super easy. And you have to just allow your mind to be flexible to do it. So, I'm going to just naturally act like I'm not noticing the smoke. But, so I don't. So I want y'all to see the effect. Okay, so it was such a beautiful experience. And yoga isn't hard either. Yoga, you don't have to be flexible to do yoga. You just have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded. You have to be flexible mentally and emotionally. And it helps you develop a love for your body and increases self-awareness. And if someone said yesterday, and I'm not going to steal this, he said if people did yoga, the world would be much more, and this is for Lyric too. This smoke is for Lyric. I'm also going to put a picture up of my baby because I want y'all to know who my love button is. My love button. Of her updated. Her aunt finally sent me a picture. So thank you, Brittany, for that. Yeah. She has this mental game. She's a Capricorn. Her memory is really good because like a computer system. If it doesn't have any glitches, and she'll be like, oh yeah, I'll do this and I'll do that, to see your reaction. To see if you can call back and like, did you do it? Did you do it? Because she know at that moment she got you. And basically, she will try to encourage you to do something to her liking. But she won't make it obvious. She's very slow and steady. Most of my family are. But I ain't mad at them. You know, it is what it is. So she finally sent me pictures of my daughter. My daughter looks like me. Just in her own unique way. And in one picture she looks sad though. She been going through it without me, and I've been going through it without her. But I was making us stronger. So I know I'm getting close to a breakthrough. They say right when you feel like giving up. I kid y'all not. I'm at that line. Like I'm not gonna walk away from everything I've built, but it's just like, fuck it. Let's just go out here and do what we need to do, because I gotta believe in something like a miracle. I gotta believe in miracles again to keep getting up and going. Like this 3D reality of work 40 hours a week, kiss ass, say stuff you don't mean, all types of shit. It's when you see a person living through that scope and mindset, it just gets like, yo, no. um that's life don't have to be like that. Like, just imagine a world where there's no possibilities of the impossible happening every day, aka miracles, out of thin blue air. And just imagine having to go through a world where you like, okay, for example, with me living in my car right now. If I lived in that world, I'd be like, okay, let me get this job and let me work, and here's a timeline that it's gonna happen. Boy, I swear to you, being an enlightened soul, having a human experience, I would just have like, what in the hell am I doing? And I probably would gave up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I believe in miracles, like, for real. Even though a part of my body's shaking and just like, yo, what's going on? But yeah, I met some really beautiful people yesterday doing yoga. And I found it's like I was just myself. And it felt so good to not be around people judging me for being kind and very graceful and gentle. It's like I realize why my family tries to tear me down so much. They think that if they keep doing it, I'll eventually turn cold-hearted and abuse my daughter like they abuse their children. The women in my family are prevalent for abuse. And because I take a no abuse stance and I don't try to control my daughter, they look at it, they rationalize it as, oh, you're not disciplining your daughter, so she gonna be bad. Well, I ain't even gonna try to defend it anymore at this point, because my ego is like, hey, make us look good. Come on, let them know that we're really loving parents. I ain't got to tell nobody that. If my daughter talked to me, she's the happiest. I saw that picture of her looking sad, and I'm like, yo, I really cannot physically be there to take that pain away from you, but I'm hoping that at all the obstacles you see me overcome, moment after moment after moment after moment after moment, that somehow you'll take a lesson from it. Because I'm seeing it as parents, it's not for us to save our kids from everything. We're preparing them for independence. I mean, I'm giving my daughter the tools she needs so that she can travel the world solo if she chooses to, and to not live in fear, and to be like everything is possible. There's, as much hardship as there in life, there's just as much beauty. That she sees the beauty in everyday life, that she sees the reality, but she also remains optimistic. So I get it. I mean, universe, I need help, yo. I need help. I'm learning to be more open and receptive to receive the help that I am worthy of and deserving of getting, because I know I'm, as an empath, as powerful as an empath as I am, it's in my nature to give. And so I don't do it so I can get anything back. However, I'm seeing that when you just give on overload and not receive, it's an imbalance. And you have to be open to receive and not feel guilty when someone gives to you, because they're getting blessed by giving to you, and you're not doing it to get anything back it's just the world should be equal give and take. We live in a world where somebody's mostly taking. And then they'll be like, well, it's just the way of the world. That's just how things are done. Don't take it personal. And I used to think that was true, and now I'm seeing all these illusions break down. I mean, I read this really powerful quote, and I'm going to read it to y'all too. So, check this out. I wrote it down because it's so pivotal in this moment that we're having together. And I got it off YouTube, so I don't take credit for this, but yeah. Incense. So if you ever want to have that whole mystical vibe thing going, y'all, that's how you do it. One way, anyway. There's so many infinite ways. It's one of infinite ways. So, what is my purpose in life? I asked the void. What if I told you that you fulfilled it when you took an extra hour to talk to that kid about his life? Said the voice. Or when you paid for that young couple in the restaurant. Or when you saved that dog in traffic. Or when you tied your father's shoes for him. Your problem is that you equate your purpose with goal-based achievement. The universe isn't interested in your achievements, just your heart. When you choose to act out of kindness, compassion, and love, you are already aligned with your true purpose. No need to look any further. So, I guess you got the secret sauce, so go do your, add some really funky, cool stuff to your videos, yo. But yeah. I also learned that forgiveness and being gracious and being joyful are forms of communication. Like, we live in a world where the world try to beat you down for being happy. And when you face that fear and you like, fuck that. Like, you like, fuck that. I'm gonna be joyful. People may try to beat you down and over, but when you face that fear, like, yo, you can't defeat me. I'm still going to go hard because this is who I am. I am that chick. I'm dope like that. They gonna try to come for you harder, but when you just stand in your power, eventually they gonna quake. It's like I can imagine what my daughter's going through because she's a baby. People thinking, oh, she like that right now, but let me put enough pressure on her. She gonna change and become cold-hearted, just like us. And her mama gonna be like, damn, my child is so difficult. And then Spain gonna break down because her child don't love him. Y'all know how them motherfuckers think. Y'all not forgive them. But y'all try to beat this child down for years. And look at this child. This child right here is shining. I'm about to be a star, y'all. My daughter gonna live a life that she always has deserved. She gonna live a life I deserved as a kid. I mean, she's having to learn how to be strong and have tough skin right now. But let me tell you, all your efforts will fail. It only make us stronger. It's always gonna work out for the greater good of all. Not just ours, for the greater good of all. And you know, I'm already successful. You don't have to see me in a pink Escalade or eating $1 million plate at a 10-star restaurant, or see me having an intimate conversation with people you deem successful. I'm successful because I love myself unconditionally and selflessly, and because I give that back to others no matter what they do to me. Now, how you receive it depends on how you put it out. You understand? But I give you what you need in that moment so that you can have a reality check of how you're acting. I set boundaries and respect myself. I remember my daughter used to watch me, she used to watch people straight. Hold on, y'all. I'll get you. She used to watch people straight, just really just be mean and nasty to me. Internet's one of them. Internet would be so nice, nasty to me while getting my daughter. And I was afraid of stepping on her toes because I was like, I need her help. We're living in a domestic abuse shelter right now. And I'm working, but I'm still not able to make ends meet, and I need help watching my child. So I thought I gotta play to her rules, cause internet has that effect on people. Like, you gotta play by my rules if you want to make it. And if you subscribe to that illusion, subscribe, by the way, you will be just like, yo. and you feel powerless. But when you start to stand up to an internet, you know you got to be strong. And even in baby form, you have to be strong to stand up to an internet, to an Aretha, and to a William. And still smile and want the best for them. It also smells like citrus and sage, by the way. So if you were wondering what scent it is, yes, check that out. But I guess right now I'll end this particular video with I love you guys. I love you all. I wish you nothing but the best. And I know challenges. I wrote some quotes down that might actually could use today. Well, I made these up, but I trust in the greater good that is looking out for my daughter and I. All the and you change it to however you need to. I trust in the greater good that is looking out for my loved ones and I. I trust in the greater good that is preparing way for my lineage. All the annoyances I am experiencing turn into blessings. All the annoyances I am experiencing turn into blessings. All the annoyances I am experiencing turn into blessings. All the annoyances I am experiencing turn into blessings. My joy is protection. My joy is protection. There is a greater purpose to everything that is happening. Man has no final say in what happens at all. I no longer cower at the evilness of men and dark forces, because I know all is well. There is a greater purpose to everything that is happening. Man has no final say in what happens at all. I no longer cower at the evilness of men and dark forces, because I know all is well. I believe in miracles. Storms come to make things new, wash away old with fierceness, soothingly brings to awareness the dawn of a new day. And the best advice I can offer you in this moment is to slow down and be patient.